into it. Question number 1. What is the maximum payload size for a jumbo frame in an Ethernet networking? That jumbo frame. Yes, this is a typical question that you might expect to see in Network Plus. We're not going to spend a lot of time on this. We're going to jump right into it because it is something you pretty much got to memorize. And so, A, 1,500 bytes? I don't think so. 9,000 bytes? Maybe. 4096 or 8192? I think we can get rid of C and we can get rid of 1,500. So the top answers on the board for this one are B and D. B and D are going to be the top answers on this one. Which do you think? 9,000 or 8192? Well, if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video, but I don't think you need to. 8192 is there to throw you off. It is 9,000 bytes. 9,000 bytes, there it is. 9,000 bytes. That's a heck of a byte for a jumbo frame. That's what it is. Let's move on. Question number 2. Which port does SSH use by default? I know these are kind of pretty easy questions on this one. Again, we're not going to spend a lot of time on this. See if we can't get this video down some minutes. What port does SSH use by default? Again, another memorization question that you should know. 3389, of course, is RDP. 443 is HTTPS. 80 is HTTP, which means 22. 22 is going to be the correct answer on that one. That's going to be SSH. Moving on, question number 3. Why is data locality important in distributed systems? Why is data locality important in distributed systems? A little bit harder on this one, don't you think? A, it reduces the need for complex subnetting. What do you think? Does it reduce the need for complex subnetting? I think that if we understand locality for distributed systems, I feel like subnetting is an easy one to get rid of. I don't think that's the actual answer. Matter of fact, I know it's not. And so A, we get rid of that one. B, it improves data retrieval speeds by storing data closer to where it is needed. I mean, that is a lot of words. Is that the most accurate answer? Possibly. C, it ensures secure communication using SSH. I think we can get rid of that one. And then D, it optimizes jumbo frame usage and network configurations. Top answers on the board again. B and D. B and D are going to be the top ones on the board for this one. If you guessed D, it optimizes jumbo frame usage and network configurations, you would be incorrect. It's going to be B. It improves the data retrieval speeds. That's what locality is important for, right? And that's because by putting our systems, right, by putting our systems closer together, we improve that data speeds, and that's where it comes into play. Now, we're not talking about a room, right? We're not talking about, oh, it's on this side of the server room versus... No. We're talking about, regional locality, right? So, like, Arizona is in place with Arizona or California, as opposed to someplace like, I don't know, Bermuda, that kind of thing. That's what we're talking about here. All right, there it is. Question number 4. What is the most common cause of a port entering an error-disabled state on a switch? What is the most common cause of a port entering an error-disabled state on a switch? We have A, incorrect VLAN assignment. I don't think so. B, port security violation. Possible. C, jumbo frame misconfiguration. I feel like we've messed around with jumbo frames too much. And then D, suboptimal data locality. What is the most common cause of port entering an error-disabled state? Well, I think we can agree that it is actually very much going to be B, port security violation. That port security violation, that's what's going to cause that error-disabled state. There it is. All right, question number 5, last question for the day. You need to divide a network with the IP address 192.168.10.4 into 4 subnets. What will be the subnet mask for each subnet? What's the CIDR? That's what we're asking here. If you said A, 26, you might be right. 25 might be correct. 27 or 28? 27 or 28? Well, if you said, well, I'll give you a second. If you guessed A or B is going to be our top answers on the board. 25 or 26. Very easy way to figure this out, which I'll tell you in a minute. But if you said A is correct. A is going to be the best answer on the board for this one. So why is it A? Well, if we take 24, right, and we take 24 up to 25, that gives us 2 subnets, right? And then we double it again, that'd be 26, right? So all you have to do is go, okay, /24 CIDR is 1 network with the full octet. A /25 takes that and divides it by 2. That's 2 subnets. 26 would then be 4. That's our answer. If we wanted 8, it would be 27. If we wanted 16, it would be 28. It just doubles every time. So there we go. That's our last answer. I hope you found this educational. I hope this was a much speedier edition of our practice exam. But as always, I'm Dr. K. If you could subscribe, I would really appreciate it. Till next time, we'll see you again.